Am I the butthole for making a charitable donation in my niece's name versus giving her a tangible present? For the past few years, every time I buy my niece anything, she complains about it. She has expensive taste, and while I'm not broke, I certainly do not have the money to buy what she asks for. I've told her this in the past along with her mother. Both seem to understand, but my niece will still get a that's all attitude about her. One year, I got her a gift card to her favorite clothing store. It wasn't enough to buy a full outfit from there, but it'd get her a pair of jeans or a sweater or something. She said, "You expect me to be able to use this to buy something?" Another, I flat out gave her cash to put towards one of the items on her list, and I was told that it wasn't enough, so what was the point? She's 16 now. For her birthday in May, I sent her a gift card to a different store. When she called me to thank me, she said thank you, even though this isn't enough to buy anything. I was pretty pissed and told my sister I wasn't buying her daughter anything else. She said that wasn't fair because our brother's kids always get something to open on Christmas. Yeah, because her kids aren't ungrateful about the gifts. They understand I'm not the aunt that can spoil them, but they appreciate their small gifts. I still didn't want to cause drama on Christmas. Every year, I always get a kid from one of those organizations to buy a gift for. This year, I selected two. One of them wanted something within the budget I set for my nieces and nephews. I bought the present in niece's name and made a nice handmade card, detailing that a gift to a less fortunate child had been made in her name. We couldn't be together this year for Christmas because of Corona, but we did a Zoom celebration with everyone. My niece opened her gift and freaked the F out. She said it wasn't fair, everyone else got a gift. I said, I figured this was something that was useful. She got even more pissed, broke what my parents got her, and stormed out of the room. My family has called me a butthole for this. They said it would have been better to not get her anything at all. Am I a butthole? She broke a gift from her grandparents because she didn't like the gift you got her and they called you a butthole? NTA. She is lucky you bought her anything after her past behavior. The fact your family is upset with you that she freaked out tells me all I need to know. They are enablers. If I were the op, I wouldn't even give that child anything. It's just a waste of money and effort. Not the butthole op. Not getting her anything would have resulted in the same attitude and tantrum. Her problem is that she's entitled, and it sounds like several family members enable this. If she wants to throw a fit when she doesn't get her way, the real world is going to be so upsetting for her. Baruch assault it is then. NTA. My mom would have absolutely murdered me if I even thought of acting like that about a gift. Right? My ass would have been beaten raw. What a shame, I can think of no term more accurate. So I guess saying badly behaved child is acceptable. Which by literal definition can be summed up by that word. That's what it means. Is this not a badly behaved child? I can hear the ice cracking beneath you, buddy. Now see, that's a nice thing to do, just like giving a Christmas to kids who might not have one otherwise is a nice thing, especially when your previous attempts to give her things that she'd use or her style have been crapped on. Not the butthole original poster. That's a shame. And it will confuse everybody. Now we're going to write, I told the little girl not to be a B word. And we won't know which of the two it is. Is it in him? Yeah, that fits, not the butthole, or will it be a wow, what the heck man, she's 6 years old. You're the butthole. Confusing times ahead of us. I wouldn't want to be called a bratwurst either. That's probably the nicest thing she should be called. So we can still call her a butthole though. I just edited my comment because of your comment. I hadn't seen the warning. I don't understand. That word is perfectly fitting here. Yeah, I figured this person hadn't seen it either. I have other choice words for kids that act this way, but hey, rules are rules, I guess. At least an underprivileged child got a nice gift in her name. Whether the niece likes it or not, something nice was done in her name. NTA, the niece has been badly brought up to be entitled and selfish. TAs here are the young woman and her foolish parents. By not teaching her polite behavior and setting appropriate boundaries, they have set her up for a lifetime of being disliked by most people she meets. Op should not buy her another gift until she learns to behave like a civilized human being and spend the extra money on the other more appreciative children in the family instead. The donation gift is good though. If she's going to be an ingrate, give it to a kid who will appreciate it. No. Poop. Specifically horse or cow. That's next year's gift. Here, kid. You have enough crap, time for you to build a garden. Learn what goes into growing things. Maybe it'll grow her heart from 3 sizes too small. How is this girl expected to function in society later on? Work? College? Just being spoiled and looking for a sugar daddy? How can any parent see this kind of behavior for 16 years and say yep, that's okay? Not the butthole, by the way. If my kid acted like this, they'd get the bare minimum from me, any luxury item donated, hand-me-down clothes, and we'd be spending every spare minute they had volunteering for everything we could until they had an attitude adjustment. Shame on every parent in this scenario. Original poster sounds like the only sane one. Not the butthole. Or better yet, until she goes to her parents with "tell Auntie Anon not to bother getting me anything this year," and then you're off the hook. I was thinking the same thing. When I read that she had broken the gift from her grandparents out of rage and they still found original poster to blame, I thought, no wonder this child is the way she is. Is your niece actually Veruca from Willy Wonka? If I were in Op's place, I wouldn't buy anything from the second time she sounded ungrateful, or I would have just put money in an envelope and given it, or after the first time, I'd just put the money I'm willing to give in an envelope and give it, and they can do whatever they want. Not the butthole, though personally I don't consider donations in my name to be actual gifts. Unless it was asked for, it isn't a gift. It's something you've given to someone and added my name to it, but she's had it coming. Laughing out loud. We do it in our family all the time. One of the most thoughtful gifts we got this year were PPE masks donated in our name. I guess it depends on what you think is a gift. What did this charming child buy for you? This child has been seriously spoiled and the family isn't doing her any favors by enabling it. They said it would have been better to not get her anything at all. I have to agree with the family on this account, at least. They're right, it would have been better not to get her a present, because she deserves nothing at all. A 16-year-old rampaging and throwing a tantrum over a gift is not your fault, and anyone who blames you is in the wrong. Not the butthole, of course. She is lucky, because even if I was not happy of something, I was always thanking for the present. Got some time, those king kid. NTA. Well done. A very clever solution to an entitlement problem. 16 is old enough to be gracious about gifts no matter what. Do it again next time. OMG. This right here. She's 16, not 3. Not the butthole. Right? Even a kid half her age can show gratitude for gifts. NTA, especially if her reaction is to break another's gift after getting upset. The only thing you could have done is to warn her parents, but if she reacts like this to every one of your gifts, then her parents must be enabling this behavior. Otherwise, how could she be so brazen as to insult your gifts? Just don't get her anything else, and when asked, tell her to her face because you're an ungrateful little crap and nothing is ever good enough for you. Not the butthole. I can't even imagine being that ungrateful. This isn't enough to buy a whole outfit. Well, if you don't want it, then give it back, you ungrateful little. Let's just say I wouldn't have given her anything after the first time she said that until she apologized and learned to appreciate the things she gets. And I definitely suggest having a word with her parents, because it's probably their fault that she's such a brat. Or just stay out of it entirely and never get her anything again. Right. How is she still behaving this way at 16 years old? I'm surprised you're the first person in her life to stop tolerating it. At least your gift went to someone who could be happy about it this year. NTA. Yeah, I'm also surprised that original poster is the first one to not tolerate this behavior. Or even notice it, apparently, and recognize it for the problem it is. Niece's parents should be much more concerned about her lack of appreciation in getting a gift rather than the gift itself. I hope someday niece realizes that gifts are not something she deserves. People give presents to show love. It's about intention, not monetary value. Many, if not most, adults know this. I hope niece is either taught this lesson or learns it herself sooner rather than later. Op is NTA. I think it's sweet to give a gift to someone who will actually appreciate it rather than someone who will turn her nose up at it unless she deems it expensive enough. We bought my husband's niece a $50 gift card for her 18th birthday. It was a significant amount of money for us. No thank you was given. She texted my husband a few weeks later to tell us she'd lost the gift card and that we needed to get her another. That was the last present she ever got from us. Yeah. My automatic response would have been okay, well if you don't want it then I'll take it back. And I go so far as to snatch whatever the gift was back and walk out. Usually, they give chase and go but you gave IT to me. And I toy with them until they get my point. Same, I was in a similar situation with my cousin like 8 years ago. Still haven't bought him anything since. Original poster is a lot nicer than me and definitely NTA. Yes, I'd have asked for it back every time she complained. I'm sorry to hear you don't like the gift. I'll give it to someone else who wants it then. NTA. At 16 years old she should know better than to talk trash about a gift. An 8-year-old would probably know better. Your niece doesn't deserve a gift if that's the way she's going to act about it. Lol, I remember when I was 8 I used to scream from excitement every time I opened a gift, even if I didn't like it. I thought that was the only polite way to do it. Took a few more years to learn a simple thank you would suffice. Yeah, because the people who raised you weren't ding-dongs and taught you to be grateful. That's freaking adorable by the way. I thought this was going to be an avocado. Thanks. Kid. Still not disappointed. Me too. Both videos are great. I love this girl and the avocado boy. So cute. Yep. My son has always been like that lol. Example, paternal ex-grandma, biological but my son was adopted by my current hubby, got my son a couple action figures from the Dollar Tree. My son has never shown any form of interest in action figures much less Marvel ones, still doesn't for that matter, and I had given her a list like she requested of things he does like. At 5 he had enough tact to smile, excitedly open it all the way, give it a hug. And tossed it in the trash as soon as we got home. My 5-year-old knows better. Crap, my 3-year-old will just set it aside and refocus his attention if he doesn't like it, but he still says thank you. I was like 5 and wouldn't press if my mom said we couldn't afford something I saw in a store. Laughing out loud. Makes you wonder where she even picked up this behavior from. I don't think I know even one person, adult or child, who acts this entitled when it comes to gift giving. NTA. Nobody is helping your niece by pandering to her and spoiling her. She needs boundaries and guidance on good behavior, and it sounds like that's something that's sorely lacking in her life. You have demonstrated patience, goodwill, compassion and kindness to her. TBH, that's what she needs more than anything, and, although she won't recognize it yet, that's the best gift you can give her. Stay firm and don't be just another adult who's ultimately failing her. I'm seriously wondering though the other children don't seem to come off as entitled from the small amount of info we have. So I'm seriously wondering if Op's family has a narcissist and the niece is the golden child and the other children are scapegoat children. Cause they are continuing to enable her bad behavior. Which is seriously not going to get her anywhere substantial. Original poster is NTA. Also I appreciate they donated to someone in need this year instead of wasting time and money on someone like that. What do you mean it won't get her anywhere substantial? This could be the kid's path to the White House. In all seriousness, let's not do this again, in any facet of our lives. Not the butthole. NTA, your family is atrocious. Your niece is a spoiled, ungrateful, entitled human, and your whole family is encouraging her behavior. Even small children know to smile, say thankful, and be grateful someone got them anything. It's not like she would have liked anything else you got her. Since she wouldn't appreciate anything, giving her something that would hopefully warm her heart and make her feel good was a nice attempt. The fact that she wasn't yanked off that Zoom call to be punished is exactly why she's selfish enough to act this way / to not even get a small smile out of the fact that a poor kid had a fun Christmas. Edit, changed word as per mod wishes. Mods posted to not call the child a brat, so you might want to edit it out of your comment. But she is. A spoiled entitled one. Oh, I don't disagree. Just didn't want mods to delete the comment because it was deemed insulting. When the definition is literally an ill-mannered annoying child? Not the butthole niece certainly sounds charming. Better to not get her anything at all. Sounds like you're set for next year. Can I get that in writing for next year? NTA. This was brilliant. Don't let your family make you doubt yourself for a single effing moment. Not the butthole. It's interesting that they think nothing would be a better gift than helping a kid in need. Says a lot about them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.